Hey, what's up? This is Buz from Unearth, and you're watching Rock and Metal News.
So it looks like 2011 looks like it's going to be a good year for Unearth, eh?
Yeah, man, we're looking forward to it. It's like, you know, new record coming out, like all that stuff that swirls around. It's definitely like the most exciting time to be in a band, I guess, is when you're about to put on a record and tour on that record. It's like, you know, everyone gets excited again about it. And so, yeah, we're going to be busy throughout the end of the year, which is a good thing.
Yeah, it's good. So, I've been listening to Darkness in the Light over and over again for the past week. It's just amazing from start to finish. So tell us about the recording process of the album.
It was basically something where we haven't really done it like this before, because since we didn't have a drummer, Ken and I, when we wrote it, you know, we would just get together and throw riffs around, and Ken would program the drums. Mm-hmm. And once we got all that worked out, like all the arrangements and stuff worked out, we had Justin Foley from Killswitch come up, yeah, and record some actual human being drums to it. And he just, you know, he did that in the studio by himself to the reference guitar tracks and the clip tracks. Mm-hmm. And then we went back and we did, you know, we put on the guitars, bass, and vocals. So it was kind of like the songs themselves were never played together in the same room up until a few weeks ago where we started rehearsing them. So that was kind of a different process for us.
Yeah. Yeah, so what was it like getting Justin Foley from Killswitch to record the drums for the album?
It's great. I mean, the drum performance on this record is above and beyond anything that we've had in the past.
Oh, yeah.
We've been good friends with him since way back. You know, he, Unearth first started playing shows with his old band called Red Tide, mm-hmm. and then from there he was in the band called Blood Has Been Shed. Yep. So, you know, he was a very, you know, he was known as a very technical drummer. I mean, his skills are above and beyond. And I think he flies a little bit under the radar as far as, you know, insane drummers go, just because of the Killswitch stuff is more, you know, pulled back a bit. But yeah, he's top shelf.
Yeah. So has he affected the chemistry of the band?
Not really. I mean, just because of the way it was, the way we recorded it, he just came up, and we weren't even there when he did his drum parts. It was like, you know, we told him to take liberties once he was in the studio, you know, because like when you get, you know, guitar players don't always make the best drum beats. So we're like, look, you know, do your thing on this, put your stink on it. Yeah. And that definitely added, you know, a different element to the record. So, and then he's coming out with us on tour for the Mayhem tour, and then he's doing a headlining Europe tour with us. Yeah. So it's cool to have him stick around, you know, and you know, it would be a lot of fun with him.
Nice. After listening to the album, my favorite song has to be Arise the War Cry because of the amazing guitar and awesome breakdown. So how did you come up with the guitar part, and where did you guys come up with the breakdown?
The beginning part was just something Ken had, you know, he had the rhythm of that already done. Like, he just was like, hey, I wrote this rhythm for you to put something over it. And I was like, I just kind of on a whim threw that down. Maybe it was like that arpeggio thing was something that I'd been practicing for a while, or, nice. You know, I was planning on working it in somewhere, and then it just kind of fit over that rhythm he had. And made for a nice intro. And the breakdown was, I think that was just an on-the-spot breakdown. Like, what we would do is when we were stuck on a part, we would, in the writing process, you know, we would play the part before it, and then just whatever popped into your head, mm-hmm. you know, you'd record, and then you'd go back and figure it out and make it a solid riff. So that was like, I called, you know, from the heart breakdowns. You know, it wasn't calculated. It was just like, moving through the song, and then you jump into it. Whatever comes out of your hands sometimes is cool, sometimes it's not cool. But in certain situations it worked, so I like those parts.
Nice. Yeah, so are you guys planning on making a music video for any of the songs and then off the new album?
I hope so. I mean, you know, in this day, it seems like music videos are just not getting to a lot of people, or enough people to make it worth, you know, making a video for it. You know, it's the budget we get from the label, and that's kind of how the label's feeling right now too, because they just don't want to spend the money on a video, just because it's not really worth it. Mm-hmm. Unless your video is there's something in it where it's like artistically is mind blowing. Yeah. Or something controversial. For instance, the Rammstein video where they were all, you know, porking chicks. Yeah. That's like, whoa, you got to check this video out type stuff. For sure. And then secondly, if somebody hears the song attached to it, they happen upon the song because the video is so, you know, over the top, and they say, oh, this song is pretty cool, maybe I'll check out the rest of the thing. But it's like, with given the budget we have, it's like, you know, why don't we wait a little bit and see how it goes? Which a lot of bands are kind of doing right now. Like the new Black Dahlia that just came out, that didn't have a video.
Yeah.
You know, the Between the Buried and Me, that EP they put out, they didn't do a video. And both bands just had great first weeks. Amon Amarth is another one that didn't have a video out of the gate. And so, you know, I don't think it's going to affect us adversely, but I think somewhere down the line we will do a video.
Yeah, so if you guys do a video, what song are you thinking of picking?
I think we're just going to go with Shadows in the Light, just because it was it's one of the more accessible songs on the record.
Mm-hmm.
So we were going to go with that one because it's got the catchy chorus there, and it's a hard driving song.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's awesome. So are you guys excited for Mayhem at all this year?
Yeah, dude, it's going to be cool because it's like, you know, we get a lot of the friends bands that are there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just to get to hang out with like a big gang of people every day is fun. And those festival shows, like the people who come to them are ready to party. They took the day off of work.
Yeah.
So they're like, I'm going to make the most of this day off.
Exactly.
Like, even if they don't know your band, they're just excited to be there, and it makes for a funner show because people are just reacting.
Yeah.
And having a good time.
Yeah. So, what band are you most excited to see on Mayhem Fest?
In Flames, they're one of my favorites from way back.
Yeah.
And Kingdom of Sorrow is cool. Megadeth, I'm gonna check out some of them.
Yeah.
Machine Head too is another rad band I want to see.
Yeah, for sure. So after Mayhem and your European tour, are you guys planning on coming back to North America and possibly doing a headlining tour at all?
It's looking like November is shaping up to do a headliner.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have any dates or details yet, but that's the target. After the Europe thing, we go to Australia and do a Soundwave festival there. It's like 4 or 5 shows.
Yeah.
And that's with Van Halen, so that's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. So, so the fact that you guys have only like 30 minutes on Mayhem Fest, can you give us a hint on some of the songs you're going to play and how many off the new album and stuff?
I feel like the first track, Watch It Burn, is going to be a set staple just because it seems like a mosh it to me. You know, it's like, it's a good crowd song. I mean, I could be wrong, and I have been wrong in the past. Like, the songs on the record that I think are going to be, like, the big live songs, like, sometimes aren't. But I think that one is going to be one that we play, every show. And I think we'll play Eyes of Black every show, and then we might rotate a third one in and see. And we have them all rehearsed, and then we'll just kind of bring one in, see how it goes, bring another one in, see how it goes.
Nice.
So probably realistically 2 new ones for a 30-minute set.
Cool. Okay, so what's the difference between your live shows now and your live show when you guys started Unearth?
Good question. I mean, I look back at some old videos. There was definitely a lot more, I guess, spazzing out. Not so much like, routine moves where you go, all right, I'm going to go to this side of the stage and throw my guitar in there. It was more like full body, just like freak outs. Guitar-wise. I saw an old video, me and Ken were just, guitars weren't even on, like, weren't even on our bodies. We're, running around like monkeys. Yeah. There's still hijinks like that, but they're a bit more, we're playing the songs a bit more, I guess. If it's not perfect, but, if you wanted to hear it perfectly, I guess you could listen to the record, but I think back in the day, it was playing was secondary to just, getting into it, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I watched your guys' 2008 documentary, Alive from the Apocalypse, and it seems like you guys party a lot, so do you guys still keep up that lifestyle nowadays?
Yeah, I think it's a bit more subdued. We're getting a little older. We still like to, drink and have a good time and hoot and holler. Yeah. But I think back then we were like, back in 06, 07, 05, and even 04, it was just a period of time in this band where it just felt like we couldn't get in trouble for anything.
Mm-hmm.
And we just would just raise hell.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel that way anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like, all right, I think we take less risks now with when we're more professional partiers, I guess.
Yeah. So it seems like on the DVD you get some major errors playing and you don't seem to miss a note. So have you ever wiped out or bailed on in your jumps at all throughout the years?
Yeah, it's I've fallen on my ass a few times, but never any serious injuries. I really blew out my knee once when I slipped off the monitor and kind of crushed my kneecap. My kneecap is still it's crooked, as opposed to the other one.
Oh.
But so far, serious injury free. I'm gonna just knock on wood.
That's good.
Real quick and keep that streak going.
Yeah, for sure. So, what plans do you guys have finishing off 2011 and into 2012?
I don't know yet. I think we might go down to South America and do some shows there.
Nice.
And I don't really know if management probably has something cooking that he hasn't told us about yet.
Yeah.
But I'm just excited to be out playing again to people who want to hear it.
Nice. So I have a couple questions for my listeners, and then we'll let you go. Okay.
Cool.
Okay. So John Cowie asks, what do you feel about people coming to your shows and filming them for YouTube and other social media sites?
I don't mind that. I just read something about Apple is making some sort of device available to people so that it won't allow you to film with like an iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's something you put in the building and it'll make it so your camera won't work.
Oh, really?
Which I thought was kind of, it's like, I don't think it affects us adversely when people film it. I want it to be up there. What if something crazy happens, like somebody does an awesome move on stage, or somebody does like a sick stage dive, and then that video's up, and it's like, hey, check this out. That's just another way for bands to get, you can get lucky on a cool video, and people will pick up on it. So I back it. But I just read something about, I think it was Apple putting out some sort of device that you can buy, and it won't allow people to film you with like phones, which is kind of gay, but whatever.
Yeah, that's stupid. Okay, so Dan McCoy asks, where do you guys see Unearth in 5 years?
Hopefully still doing this. It's like, I'm surprised that we've gone this long. I look around, like, making a record or going on tour, I'm like, wow, we're still doing this. So I don't see any reason for us to stop in 5 years.
Yeah.
We'll be putting out we'll probably be on our, it'll probably be 2 records from now almost, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah. So Smithy123 asks, how do you guys put on such an amazing hyper show?
It's just, part of it is just that we're happy to be there.
Yeah.
And we feel lucky that we get to do it. Another part of it is crowd energy. If the crowd's into it, we're going to just immediately eat that up and recycle it to them.
Mm-hmm.
And thirdly, if you get a good buzz going from a few beers and you don't really care, and you care, but you don't have any, you're not self-conscious about anything, and you just go up there and rip it.
Nice. So 3 Inches Fanatic asks, what is it like seeing people with tattoos that have something to do with Unearth on them?
That's wild that people, are fans and want to remember that time of their life, by getting like a logo or some sort of artwork that we did.
Yeah.
It's very flattering. It's awesome.
Yeah.
There's a girl in Germany, we signed her arm, and then she had somebody tattoo over the signature.
Oh, nice.
I was like, wow, that's a little over the top, but hey, that's cool.
Yeah, for sure. So 69 Fangs asks, what is something that you have to do every day on tour with Unearth?
You gotta brush your teeth. That's a big thing. You gotta take your life back every day.
Yeah.
Because you can get into like a weird slump where you just sit around and do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But it all starts with brushing your teeth in the morning. You're a good person. You're a successful person. You make your bed. You get up and you brush your teeth and you start your day.
Awesome. So last question. Danny231 asks, what's a typical day like for you guys on tour?
It's pretty boring, to be honest. We live for that 1 hour a day, that we get to play in front of people.
Yeah.
You wake up, find some food, and we always try to do a family sit-down dinner every day, because that kind of is a nice thing to do. You go, you're not just flying through Taco Bell.
Yeah.
You go sit down at a restaurant and you eat with, band and crew and whatever other bands.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. And then, you have a few beers and you hit the stage.
Awesome. So thanks so much for your time, and thanks for doing the interview with us today, and can't wait to see you in Auburn at Mayhem.
Awesome, man. Thank you.